దీంట్లో పెట్టేసాను ఫ్లైట్ మోడ్లో పెట్టేసాను. Hello everyone, welcome to AS online class. I am Narendra here, and today we will discuss about the time and work. And I hope most of you are writing the SSC CGL examination, and 2 months to go to your examination. So we will start few of the basic things we will learn first, or we will discuss over here, and then we will go with the previous year paper. Okay, the very first thing over here is this one. Let me take this part. Okay, now few basic questions, then I will go to previous year questions. So please be with us, and the last part is the alternate day type of questions, which is very important. Okay, let's begin here. As a very simple question, A can do a piece of work in 10 days and B can do the same work in 20 days, and with the help of C, they finish the work in 5 days. In how many days C alone can complete the work? That's a very common question, and many examinations this question is asked. Okay, let's begin how to answer this question. And I know most of you know how to answer it. So please answer this, and then comment, put your answer in the comment box. I'll check it. So what it is said that A can complete a piece of work in 10 days, and then B can complete the same work in 20 days. So what usually we do is the one of the very effective method is the LCM method. So let's take the LCM of 10 and 20. That is nothing but 20. So this 20 is nothing but the total number of units, the work in terms of total number of units. Now A can complete this 20 units in 10 days. That means A completes how many units per day? And that is 20 divided by 10. That's 2 units. Next, similarly, the B completes the 20 units in 20 days. Then in 1 day, the 20 divided by 20, that is 1 unit. Now, that is what we are understanding here. And with the help of C, they completed the whole work in 5 days. That means the A worked for 5 days. How many units he will complete in 5 days? 2 into 5. And that is 10 units he will complete. And the B, per day 1 unit. That means in 5 days, how many units he will complete? So that is total 5 units. That means out of 20 units, this 10 units and this 5 units is done by A and B. That means the total number of units completed is 10 plus 5, 15 units. Then who has done the remaining? That is 20 minus 15. That 5 units, who has done this? So obviously, with the help of C, they completed the work in 5 days. Therefore, it is C who has completed the remaining 5 units. Okay. Now, what I understand is the C completes 5 units in how many days? That is in 5 days, because they together completed the work in 5 days. That means C completes how many units per day? So C completes 1 unit per day. So what is the total number of units? Total number of units are 20. So C will take how many days to complete this 20 units? So as 1 unit in 1 day, therefore 20 units in 20 days. So my answer should be option A. Okay, there is another way to answer this question. That is the fraction approach. And what is that fraction approach? Let this be over here. Then the A works for 5 days. The what part of the work A completes? So he completes 20 units. He completes 10 days, the whole work. That means in 5 days, what part of the work he will complete? So this is second method. Then that's A will complete 5 days he worked. The total work in 10 days he completes. That means half of the work is completed by A. Similarly, the B completes one work in 20 days, and he worked for 5 days. what part of the work completed by B? So that is 5 over 20, that is 1/4 of the work completed by B. Now coming to what part of the work is left, which is done by C in 5 days. So if I add up these two and take out from 1, then you will get that leftover work is 1/4. And this 1/4 of the work is done by C in how many days? 5 days. Because all together has completed the work in 5 days. So 1/4 of the work in 5 days, then one work in how many days? That is 4 into 5, 20 days. That's how we can get the same 20 days over here. So there are two ways are there. So for this question is concerned, it is up to you. How do you answer it? Okay. Moving to the next question, my friends. Here, A and B can do a piece of work in 8 days. B and C can do the same work in 12 days. And A and C, look at this one, can do the same work in 8 days. So what we need, notice the combination over here. The combination is A plus B. That's they together complete the work in 8 days. And then B plus C, they together completes the one work in 12 days. And A and C. So let's take this as A and C. They together complete the work in how many days? 8 days. So did you notice that the A repeated 2 times, B repeated 2 times, C repeated 2 times. So if I add up the left hand side, then I'll be getting 2 times of A plus B plus C. Okay, what is the total volume of work? The total volume of work is the LCM of 8, 12 and 8. And you know that LCM is 24. I don't need to calculate this one. So these 24 units, I'll call it as 24 units is the one. I'll write down over here 24 units is the total work. And the 24 units is completed by A and B in 8 days. That means in 1 day, how many units they will complete? 24 divided by 8. So this group, A and B, in 1 day, they will complete 3 units. Next, you notice that here, 24 units are there. B and C can complete this 24 units in 12 days. Then, that 24 units in 12 days, then in 1 day, how many units? 24 divided by 12. That is 2 units. Now, I see the second group, A and C, third group. A and C together can complete these 24 units in 8 days. That means in 1 day, how many units? So 24 divided by 8, that is 3 units. Okay. Now, when I am adding the left hand side, I got the 2 times of A plus 2 times of B and 2 times of C. That is 2 times of A plus B plus C. And how many units they complete? So the sum of these units, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3 is 8. Hope I am clear. Okay, Anusha, option B, I'll check that. Okay, very, very good morning. Jairaj, very good morning. Dhan Reddy, very good morning. Okay, coming to this, that they together 2 times of A plus B plus C together completes 8 units. Then what is A plus B plus C will complete 1 day. So here A plus B plus C in 1 day, there will be 4 units. If 1 day 4 units, then how many units are there? 24 units are there. So A plus B plus C together will complete 24 units in how many days? That 24 divided by 4, 6 units. So let's take that part. Here it is 6 units they together complete. 6 units. That's over here. Now let me see that option B, I'll check that. So what I know is A plus B plus C per day they complete 6 units, whereas A and B per day they complete how many units? 3 units. That means how many units C completes? That is 6 minus 3. That's 3 units completed by C per day. The same way if I look at this part, that B and C together completes 2 units per day, whereas A plus B plus C together completes 6 units per day. That means that here A is left. That means A completes per day how many units? So 6 minus 2, 4 units. Okay. Now coming to the third one, how do we interpret it? That's what I am explaining here. Then A plus B plus C, they together complete 6 units per day. And I know A and C together completes 3 units per day. Then who is left over here? B. Then B completes how many units per day? So this 6 minus 3, that's 3 units per day. So like that I can find out A can complete how many units per day, B can complete how many units per day, and C can complete how many units per day. And we know that 24 units are there. So from where I can find out A takes how many days, B takes how many days to complete a work, C takes how many days to complete a work. Now here it is said, what is the question? Then how many days A, B and C working together can complete the work? So here I don't need the individual one. A how many days, B how many days, C how many days. What my requirement is A plus B plus C together can complete the work in how many days. I'm sure you will be able to answer the question. Let me check that your option B, Anusha, is correct or not. Yes, that's right. That's right, Anusha. You can see that it's 100% correct. Okay. Now, how did you get this one? 24 units are there and it takes how many units per day? That's 4 units per day. Okay. So it is this one. It's 4 units per day. That means 24 units are there. Per day 4 units. How many days it will take? 24 divided by 4, which is 6. So rightly said, the answer is 6. Okay, so these all are just warming up questions before I go to the previous year paper of questions of SSC CGL from time and work. Moving to the next question, that is, these all are the examples before I go to the main question, which says that A working alone takes 80 days more than the time taken by A and B working together. Next it says, to complete the work, B working alone takes 20 days more time than A and B working together. So to complete the work, what is the question now? The question is, find the time taken by A to complete the job alone. This is one of the very important model and it's a very stereotypic approach. So if I consider that, it is A and A plus B. Don't write this in the examination. Someone, if you can answer the question, answer it. I am going through your chart. So if A plus B takes the D days to complete the work, I am writing the question, it's not the solution. If A plus B takes D days to complete the work, then A will take how much work? A working alone takes 80 days more than A and B together. That means that A must be taking D plus 80 days. What is said in the next sentence? That B takes 20 days more. That means here if it is D days, A and B together D days, then B takes how many days over here? The B must be taking, that is D plus how many extra days here? B alone 20 days more. So this is D plus 20. That's what the question said. That's not the solution here. Now, question is asking that A and B working together. Find the time taken by A to complete the work alone. So in order to complete the work alone, it is A, D plus 80 days. If I get the D, I will get the D plus 80. So how to get the D? I will not go with the very conventional method which is very lengthy. So very directly I will solve it. In order to get the D is equal to square root of, notice my friends, that's a very important and the very frequently asked question, and there is a shortcut to answer this question. And here the D is equal to this value, D is equal to, take this extra days, A take 80 days extra, so here this is 80 into, here A takes B takes 20 days extra. So multiply this, 20 days extra. Am I right? 20 days more. So this will give us the value of D. Now you can visualize that. Can someone answer the question? Please try this. Please try this. So here I can see that 1600, square root of 1600 is nothing but 40. So here I get the D is equal to 40. And once I get the D is equal to 40, then I need to find out the A alone can complete the work in how many days, which is nothing but D plus 80, where D is 40. So that is 40 plus 80, 120. Can anyone answer the question? 120. I again repeat, the D value is 40. I need to find out what is D plus 80. So 40 plus 80, 120. So do we have any option 120? Yes, I noticed that. Option choice B. That's right, Anusha. That's right. 120. That's good. Okay. So moving to the next question. Here, time and work related, where there is an area where that two persons have started the work, and after some time the third person joins in the group, or there are two persons, one person starts the work, after some time the second person joins in the group. Similarly, the leaving the group, so we call it as a time and work, in which case the people are either joining or leaving. Okay, so based on that, let's go with a couple of fundamental questions. And here it says A complete a work in 12 days. Okay, so let's underline this day, which we need to work out on this 12 days. B complete the same work in 15 days. B. A started working alone, and after 3 days B joins. That means the situation they are talking about is something like this. A started the work, and after 3 days B joins. That means after 3 days the whatever work is done by A and B together. Now, how many days will they now take together to complete the remaining work? This part of the day I need to find out. Okay, once again I need to go with the LCM approach here to find out the total number of work in terms of unit, and that will be LCM of the A can complete in 12 days, so 12, and the B can complete in 15 days, so 15. And the LCM of 12 and 15 we all know 60. So I am not calculating that part. So the total work over here is 60 units. Now A completes how many units per day? So let's take that. A completes that 60 divided by 12. That's 5 units per day. Now B completes how many units per day? So the total number of units are 60. And he completes in 15 days. Therefore, 60 divided by 15, that's 4 units per day. Okay, from here our solution starts. Now I see that A completes 5 units per day, and A worked for first 3 days alone. That means how many work he will complete in first 3 days? So he will complete total 5 into 3, that is 15 units he will be completing in this part of the day. After that B joins. So when B joined, how many units are left to work out? The number of total units is 60, out of which B alone completed 15 units. Then 60 minus 15, that's 45. So they together will be completing 45 units. So the number of units to be completed is 45. And what is the number of units per day will be completed if they are working together? A completes 5 units and B completes 4 units. The together is 9 units. So 45 units are there. Per day 9 units will be completed in this part. How many days will it take? 45 divided by 9. So here it's a 5 days. That means the remaining work will be completed in 5 days. Let me see that if anyone answered the question. So once again I can see one of the option is C. So that's right, it's C. I'm not writing over here the small calculation, that's 45 divided by 9, everyone knows it's 5. Right? In the examination also I expect that you don't write unnecessary things. Okay, moving to the next question. Hope this part is clear. While you are answering the question in the examination, ensure that you are not writing the data. All this I am writing it just only to open up the question. Moving to the next question. Here. Now this is example 5. Let's see that what this example is all about. That A can complete a piece of work in 18 days and B in 9 days and C 1/3 of the same work in 2 days. 1/3 of the same work in 2 days. So here what does it mean that C completes one work in how many days? So if I know that 1/3 of the work in 2 days, then one work will be in how many days? Obviously it is in 6 days. No, this part. If I say that that's C completes half of the work in 2 days, then one work in how many days? So it is obviously 4 days. So like that, if I say that C completes 1/7 of the work in 4 days, let's consider this as 2/7 of the work. Okay, so I will now take this as 2/7 of the work in 4 days, then one work in how many days? So it will get cancelled 2 times and 7 into 2, 14 days. So one work he will complete in 14 days. So if you are understanding this part, we will be able to answer this question within no time. Let's begin over here. Now A 18 days, B 9 days and C 1/3 of the work in 2 days. Therefore C will complete one work in 1/3. So that is, I write over here just for your clarity, 1/3 in 2 days, then one work in 6 days. So C completes one work in 6 days. Now it is said that A and B started the work and after 2 days C joins. So this is again the question which is talking about, let's take out this part which is basically the rough calculation. So the pattern of work goes this way. A and B together works for 2 days and after that C is joining over here. Now after joining C, the workforce is A plus B plus C. What is the question? In how many days will the job be completed? Job be completed. It didn't say that in how many days the remaining work will be completed. It's a job will be completed. 2 days for whatever number of days they take. The sum of this will be your answer. Will you try this? Let me see that if anyone can answer the question. Arvind Singh, you are saying option A. Very good morning, Mr. Arvind. Very good morning. Tomorrow again the class will be there, but tomorrow the class will be at 10 a.m. Today also it was scheduled as 10 a.m. For some technical reason we rescheduled it at 11:30. We are extremely sorry, especially to Mr. Arvind Singh, Anusha and Dhan Reddy. Now, so let's answer this question. The 2 days plus this number of days will be my answer. So how do I get this number of days? In order to get this number of days, I will find out what is the volume of work, total work, and then A completes 1 day, how many units, B in 1 day, how many units? C in 1 day, how many units? How do I calculate the volume of the work? That is the LCM of number of days A takes, number of days B takes, that is 18 and 9, and this number of days C takes, that is 6. So LCM of 18 and 9 and 6, I understand that this is 18. So there's 18 units are there. This is my first step to answer the question. Of course, this is the one which you need to find it out. Now, I will find out that is A takes completes how many units per day. So 18 units are there and he takes 18 days to complete. That means per day 18 divided by 18, that's 1 unit he completes per day. The same way, let's calculate the B completes how many units per day. Now total 18 units are there and I see that he takes 9 days. That means per day he completes 18 divided by 9, which is 2 days. And C completes how many units per day? So here 18 units are there and he takes 6 days to complete. Then 18 divided by 6, that is 3 units per day. Okay. Now the total 18 units are there. Some work is completed over here. How is it? The A and B together work for 2 days. If A and B works together, how many units are getting completed? Here, so I notice that per day A completes 1 unit and B completes 2 units, together 3 units. And in 2 days, 3 into 2, 6 units are over here. How many units are left for this group? So total 18 minus 6, that's 12 units are left. So this 12 units will be done by whom? By A, B and C. So if I take that A is 1 unit, B is 2 unit and C is 3 unit, the total sum is 6 units per day. So that is total number of units left is 12 units and per day 6 units. How many days will it take? 2 days here. I repeat, 2 days here. So here 2 days and the previously 2 days. What is the total number of days? 2 plus 2, 4 days. So let me check that how many of you answer the question. Mr. Arvind, Anusha, they are saying option A. Check option A. 2 days here I get and 2 days previously. That's right, and very happy to see that long back you answered it. That means you know the answer, Mr. Arvind. Okay, moving to the next one. This is joining after some time, right? Now, here living after some time. So living, till now we have taken the 2 examples where after some time person is left the joining the group. Now suppose there are 3 persons are there, A, B and C. All 3 of them started working. And after some time C drops. That is what we are talking about, the leaving of it. So it is basic. If someone has gone through the chapter time and work, you must be knowing this one. Now here is your question, my friends. What is this question? X takes 4 days to complete 1/3 of the job. So you know X will complete a complete job in how many days? If 1/3 in 4 days, then 1 work in 4 into 3, 12 days. So can I write down over here? So X completes 1 work in 12 days. Let me write down in this side. X completes work in 12 days. Now again here it says Y takes 3 days to complete 1/6 of the work. If it says that Y takes how many days? 3 days to complete what part of the work? 1/6 of the work in 3 days, then 1 work in how many days? 6 into 3, that's 18 days. So in another word, the Y completes a work in 18 days. And the next one, that's Z takes 5 days to complete half of the work. So if half of the work in 5 days, then 1 work in 10 days. So Z completes how many days? 10 days, 1 work, 5 days, half of the work. Yes, 5 days, half of the work. Okay. Now what we can do is, let's erase this one. This is only the calculation I showed it to you. Now, what is the total volume of work? The total volume of work will be the LCM of 12, 18 and 10. Now, how do I get the LCM? Take the highest power of 2 over here. That's the very first prime number, which is 4. So, I am writing over here 4 into the next prime number is 3. The highest power of 3, 9 over here. Okay, that value is 9. And the next prime number is 5. So, the 5 highest power 1, 5 is there. So, take the 5 over here. The product of this will give us the LCM. And this LCM is nothing but 5, 4, 20 and 180. So, the total work is 180 units, which X completes in 12 days. That means per day how many units? 180 divided by 12. He takes 15 units. Right, friends? I'm sure you can find it out about Z. Z takes completes how many units over here per day? Y and also Z. So, you might have done this one. 180 divided by 18, that is 10 units per day. 180 divided by 10, that is 18 units per day. Up to this we have to come. After that, what it is said, whatever the condition they said, I will follow that. What is, all of them work together and after 3 days, X and Z quit. So, if all of them are working for 3 days, per day how many units getting completed? 15 plus 10 plus 18 is the per day. So, that is 15 plus 18, 25 and 35, 35 and 43. So, per day 43 units, they worked for 3 days. That means that is 129 units out of 180 units are over. Okay, what is the number of units left when X and Z quit? The number of units left is 180 minus 129. So, let's take this way, that 180 minus 130, 50 minus plus 1, 51 units. So, 51 units are left now. So, if 51 units are left, who is the person who is going to complete this 51 units? Now, I see that as X and Z quit, X and Z quit. That means it's Y who will complete the 51 units. So, how many days it will take for a Y to complete 51 units? He completes 10 units per day. Therefore, 51 units, 51 divided by 10, which is 5.1 days. So, that is what the remaining work. Did you see that? What is the question? How long it take Y to complete the remaining work? So, it will take 5.1 days. So, let me see how many of you answer the question. Where is Arvind? Answered it. Anusha says A. Okay, so let's say that 5.1 and the 5.1, it's a C. Yes, Anusha corrected the answer. Arvind, did you get this? Fine. So we will move on to the next question. Here, left after some days. So again, let's see that what is this question is all about. A can do a piece, some work in 24 days and the B in 32 days and C in 60 days. So, we know that A, B and C's number of days to complete the work. They started the work together. Fine. So, first thing I will find out the LCM of the given days, then I will get the total volume. Now, here they together started the work. A left after 6 days and B left after working for 8 days. How many more days are required? Please notice this word. How many more days are required to complete the whole work? Shall we begin over here? I request my friends to please work out on this question. Those who knows how to do it. So, I am taking the LCM of 24, 32 and 60. So, what will be that LCM? Let me write down the LCM. LCM of 24, 32 and 60. What is the highest power of 2 here? The highest power of 2, I notice that this is 32. I am writing over here this rough work, 32. What is the highest power of 3? 3, 9, 27, 81 and so on and so forth. So, I can see one 3 is there. So, take that 3 over here. And what else? The next prime number is 5. So, what is the highest power of 5? 5, 25, 125 and so on and so forth. I notice that 5 is over here. So, here this is what the LCM is. That means 32 into 5 or this is 15. 15 into 32. 15 2 is 30. Carry 3. And the 15 15 2 30 carry 3 and 15 3 45 plus 3 is 48. There's the number of units. Anyone answer the question? Okay. Let me see that. That's good. So someone can answer this question still. 480 is the total number of works. Now, what is the number of units completed by A in 1 day, B in 1 day, and C in 1 day? That is 480 units he completes in 24 days. Then 1 day, that's 480 divided by 24, which is 20 units. So per day, A completes 20 units. And the same way, the B completes the entire work in 32 days. That means if I divide this by 32, then I'll get it 15 days. Okay, 15 units per day. Now coming to C, the C completes 480 units in how many days? That's 60 days. Then 1 unit, 1 day, then 480 divided by 60. And that I notice that it is 8 units per day. Coming to the condition of the question. This is a very basic format which we need to do. After that, we will follow whatever condition is laid down in the question. It says that A left after working for 6 days. If A left after working for 6 days, in 6 days, how many units he will complete? 120 units he will complete. And then it is said that B left after 8 days. So B, so he worked for 8 days, then per day 15 units. In 8 days, 15 into 8, that's again comes 120 units are completed. That means together they completed 240 units out of 480. Okay. Now the C has completed how many units? This part, 240 units. How much time C will take? So 240 divided by 8. So I notice that this 240 divided by per day 8 units, that is 30 days. So the total number of days C has taken 30 days. As C was there in the work from the very beginning till the end. As a result, I can say that the entire work is completed in 30 days. Let's see what's the question asked. The question asked is that how many more days are required to complete the work? How many more days? I think the more days should not be there. How many days the work is completed? Let me correct in small correction over here. Not how many more days. If it is how many more days, so I will take this 8 days from 30 days, then 22 should be the answer. Yeah, 22 is there. So if I leave this question in this way, then my answer should be 22. Because in the first 30 days, from 0 days to 30 days, so the total work is 30 days. After this person left, 30 minus 2, 22 days are there. So option choice C. Let's see, anyone answer the question? Okay, Arvind, option 30 days is given. But as it is how many more days, option should be C. Okay, option should be C. If the question would have been how many days it took to complete the work, then my answer would have been 30. Okay, moving to the next question over here. In time and work, living before X days and before completion of X days or after completion of X days. So previous one, what we have seen over here, living after some time. That means they together work over here. Suppose here it is A and B is working here, and after some time B left. So this is the case. After some time, after 5 days, B left. But what about this this model we are talking about, living before X days? That means A and B started the work, and here that B left 5 days before completion of the work. Before completion of the work. How to handle the questions of this nature? So let's check here. With an example, we will understand this. And the question says that A, B and C can do a piece of work in 8 days, 16 days and 24 days. Fine. And respectively, they all begin together and A continued to work till the finish. So we are understanding the statement. Now C living off 2 days and B living off 1 day before its completion. How do we handle before completion? 1 day before completion, 2 days before completion. Okay. Now the question is, in what time is the work finished? So the basic part which we have to work out is the LCM of 6, 8, 16 and 24. So the highest power of 2, which is 16 here, 1 3 is there, that is 48. So even though if we don't go for that, we know this, the LCM of that is 48. That means total 48 units are there to complete. Now A will complete how many units per day? B and C. So I will quickly write down here because most of you know how to answer this question. So 48 divided by 8, 6 units per day. 48 divided by 16, 3 units per day. 48 divided by 24, 2 units per day. Okay. What we have to do over here is C living off 2 days before completion of the work. That means in 2 days C would have been completed how much work? So that is 4 units work. So he left this 4 units work. And then B 1 day before completion of the work. So this is B. 1 day work, that is nothing but 3 units. So they left this 7 units. And as they left the 7 units, the 7 units has to be done by someone. So therefore, the total work will be now 48 plus 7. So total number of unit of work is 48 plus 7, which will be 55. Now this is 55 units and this should be divided by 6 plus 3 plus 2. So 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11 divided by 11. So that gives you 5. That means the total work is completed in 5 days. Anyone answer the question here? 5 days? Yeah, that's right, that's right. So let me check that answer is correct. Yes, Anusha, answer is correct, 5 days. Moving to the next part. That's the same question, similar type of question. And what is said here? A, B and C can separately complete a work in 16, 32 and 48 days respectively. They started the work together and B left 8 days and C left 6 days before completion of the work. Then the question is, in what time is the work finished? I am sure if you have observed the previous question, you will be able to answer this question within no time. Now let me answer this here. So total work, find out the total work, that is 16, 32 and 48, its LCM. The highest power of 2 is 32, take that. Highest power of 3, I can notice that here it is 3. We don't have 9, we don't have 27. So take the 3 over here. The next prime number is 5, which is not there. Next prime number is 7, which is not there in any of this number. So this is my total LCM. That is 96. So the total number of units to be completed is 96. Now let's find it out that A, B and C, how many units they complete per day. Then 96 divided by 16, that is 6 units, and 96 divided by 32, that is 3 units, and 96 divided by 48, that is 2 units. Now, as it is said that somewhere B left 8 days before completion of the work. So that is B, and B completes how many units per day? 4 units per day. How many units did he left? That is, as he left 8 days before, then 8, 3, 24 units he left. Next one, my friends. What it says, and C left 6 days before completion of the work. That means how many units C left? That is per day 2 units, and 6 days before, that is he left 12 units. The total number of units left is 36 units. Now my total number of work will not be 96, 96 plus 36. So this 96 plus 36 that should be divided by the total number of units A, B and C together can complete in a day, and that is 11 units. So this is divided by 11. Let's see that if I add up this part, then this is 12 carry 1 and this is 132. So if 132 divided by 12, divided by 11, I get 12. So my answer is 12. Answer 12, that means option choice C. Let's see that how many of you can answer this question. Okay. How about Arvind Kumar, Arvind Singh? So my answer is 12 days. I am not showing the calculation here. So obviously in the exam also you are not expected to do. The moment you notice that 12 days, go for your answer. Right? Moving to next one. Here. And that is time and work related to efficiency. So how is that efficiency part is, suppose if A can complete a piece of work in 20 days and B can complete the work in 30 days, their days ratio is 2:3, whereas their efficiency ratio will be 3:2. So how we questions framed based on the efficiency. Let's move on to the example here. Here is the example. What's the time? Still time is there. So A is 50% more efficient than B, and A completes a work in 20 days. Then A complete the work in 20 days. Then B can complete the work in how many days? Together can complete the work in how many days? Can we find it out? Yes, friends. So what I know is, that is A and B. It said that A is 50% more efficient than B. That means if the B is 100, the A is 150. In other words, the efficiency ratio is 3:2. Okay. Once I notice that the efficiency ratio is 3:2, and we know that the A can complete the work in 20 days. So if A can complete the work in 20 days and his efficiency is 3, that means the per day he completes 3 units, whereas the B completes per day 2 units. So from here I can find out the number of units work here. So 3 into, he takes 20 days, so 3 into 20, the total amount of work is 60 units. Total amount of work is 60 units. Now, then the B can complete the same work in how many days? So look at the B efficiency. The B efficiency is 2. So here I'll use one formula that is very handy and will give you the quick result, which is something like efficiency 1 into day 1 is equal to efficiency 2 into day 2. So remember that something like M1 into D1 into H1 by work 1 is equal to M2 into D2 into H2 by work 2. The formula is there. The same way we use this one, efficiency 1 into D1, which is equal to efficiency 2 into D2. Then how do we use this formula over here? When the efficiency is 3, the number of days is 20. So even without using this figure, when the efficiency is 3, the number of days is 20. Efficiency 3, number of days 20. Then when the efficiency is 2, what will be the number of days? So when efficiency is 2, the number of days is your question mark. Then you get over here. So cancelling this one 10 times, 10 into 3, 30. That means B can complete the work in how many days? The B can complete the work in 30 days. Even here, I don't need to find out what is the total number of work. Simply here, when the efficiency is 3, the number of days is 20. When the efficiency is 2, what will be the number of days? And that gives us 30. So this was about A. Now, I will go for B now. What is the question? Together can complete the work in how many days? I already know that when the efficiency is 3, the number of days is 20. When they together are working, the efficiency will be 3 plus 2, 5. So when the efficiency is 5, what will be the number of days? That's over. So let's work out over here. Then when the efficiency is 3, the number of days is 20. When the efficiency is 3 plus 2, which is 5, then what is the number of days? Can you find it out? Try it, my friend. So here it is 4 and 4 into 3, 12. So the work will be completed in 12 days if together work. If you are understanding it, yeah, that's right, 12 days. So let's go to the question here. Now what is the question here? Notice that A is 30% more efficient than B. So we can get the ratio of the efficiency of A and B. Next, how much time will they working together take to complete a job which A alone can complete the work in 23 days? I'm sure you can answer the question. So let's work out here. That is here A and B. What is the efficiency? The A is 30% more. That means if B is 100, the A is 130. That is the ratio of efficiency is 13:10. Okay. And coming to the next part, that is the A can complete the work in 23 days. So it is said that A can complete the work in 23 days. Then the question is together, how much time will take to complete the work? When the efficiency is 13 plus 10, that is 23, then what's the number of days? So I will use the same formula which we used in the previous question, that efficiency 1 into D1 is equal to efficiency 2 into D2. When the efficiency is 13, number of days is 23. So if efficiency is 13, number of days is 23, then when the efficiency is 13 plus 10, that's 23. What will be the number of days? Can we find it out? Yes, the answer is visible. Can someone answer the question? Yes, Mr. Arvind. So I can see that here, this figure gets cancelled here. 23 and 23 gets cancelled. I left with 13. My option choice B. Next question. These are the examples. We will definitely discuss the questions of the previous year. The Anmol is thrice as good workman as who is that? Vinay. And therefore, he is able to finish a job in 60 days less than Vijay. Not in 60 days. 60 days less than Vijay. Okay. In how many days will they finish the job together? Can we work out over here, my friends? Come on. Anyone can answer the question based on the previous example? A is thrice as good workman as V. So I will take the A here, B here. A is thrice as good workman as B. There's the efficiency ratio. Now it is said that if the efficiency ratio is 3:1, then the days ratio, they are inversely proportionate. If someone is more efficient, he will take less days to complete the work. Someone is less efficient, he will take more days to complete the work. So they are inversely proportionate. So if the days ratio, the inverse will be efficiency ratio, and the efficiency ratio inverse will be days ratio. So here I get this days ratio 1:3. And one thing I know that, what is that? Here the Vinay, and therefore is able to finish the work 60 days less than Vijay. So what is the number of days? A takes 1 part. Number of days B takes 3 parts. Is it not that A is taking less number of parts than B? And how many less number of parts? Thus less number of parts is 2 parts. Yes. And how many days less according to the question? He takes 60 days less. Yes. That means if 2 part is equal to 60 days, the 1 part will be 30 days and this 3 part will be 90 days. So I got that A can complete the work in 30 days and the B can complete the work in 90 days. Now coming to question part. What is the question says? Together can complete the work in how many days? So we know one formula here. What is that formula is all about? That is, if A can complete the work in A days, B can complete the work in B days, then A plus B together can complete the work in AB by A plus B. I can use this formula and find out that together can complete the work in how many days, provided we know that A can complete in how many days and B can complete in how many days. Use this formula, you will get together. Okay. Let's work out on the previous question. I know that A can complete the work in 30 days and B can complete the work in 90 days. Together can complete the work in how many days? So it should be 30 into 90 by 30 plus 90, which is 120. The rest part is a basic calculation. So let's do that calculation also. So I notice that here 0, 0 gets cancelled, and with 3 this is 4 times, and with 3 this is 3 times. So I get the total is 90 by 4, and 90 by 4, that's 2 and 2, 22.5. That should be my answer. Is anyone answer the question? Yeah, that's great, that's great. The one lady constantly answering the question, that's Anusha. That's good. So 22.5, that means my answer should be option B. That's good. Now, the next one here. So we have some more time, 2 minutes more. Okay. So let's answer this question. Let's check the question. What is this question is all about? A alone can complete a piece of work in 38.5 days. Okay, and he is twice as fast as B. The A is twice as fast as B, and the B is twice as fast as C. So we have the A, B and C, and we know the efficiency ratio of them. Then if all of them work together, in how many days the work will be completed? So the very first thing is the beautiful application of the efficiency. There are 3 persons are there, A, B and C, and it is said that the A is twice as efficient as B. So this is what the efficiency ratio of A to B, and B is twice as efficient as C. So that means here is the ratio. So it is about continued ratio, right? So we can get this part over here. That's 2 into 2, which is 4, and 1 into 2 is 2, and 1 into 1 is 1, and this is what the efficiency ratio. Yes? Now if you have this efficiency ratio, I know that A alone can complete the work in 38, that I can write it as a 77.5. So here A takes 77 by 2. Now if the efficiency is 4, see that the beauty of the question is, when the efficiency is 4, the number of days is 77 by 2. Now if all of them will work, what will be the efficiency? Is that question is all of them work? Yes. Then the efficiency is 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is 7. So let's write down it's in the equation format. That is, when the efficiency is 4, the number of days is 77 by 2. This what? Now when the efficiency is 7, together working, 7, what is the number of days? And the answer is visible here. This is 11, and 11 into 2, because it gets cancelled, 11 into 2 is 22 days. Do we have answer? Yeah, that's great, that's great. Anusha, did you apply for SSC CGL? Okay, all this will also work out, Anusha, for your banking examinations or any competitive exams, any job examinations. Now my answer should be, as let me cancel this part and show you with 7, this is 11 times, and this is 2 times, 11 into 2 is 22. My option choice is D. That's great, that's great. Okay. Now, one last question, as time is over, but still allow me to take one question. What is this question is? A can do a piece of work in 15 days and the B is 25% more efficient than A. So we know the efficiency ratio of A and B, and the C is 40% more efficient than C. So we know the efficiency ratio of A, B and C, all the three. Coming to the next, A and C together have worked for 3 days and C leaves. A and C together work for 3 days and C leaves. Agreed? Now A and B together will complete the remaining work in how many days? How do we find it out? Okay, let's work out on this. Here, I will go first thing is get the efficiency ratio. And what is that efficiency ratio? Here is the efficiency ratio, that's A, B and C. It is said that B is 25% more efficient than A. That means if A is 100, the B is 125. Am I right? So efficiency ratio you can visualize 4:5. So write down this as 4:5. I can erase this part. These all are the rough work. Okay. Then coming to the next one. Here it says that C is 40% more efficient than B. That means if the B is 100, the C is 140 and their efficiency ratio is 5:7. Look at this, 5:7. So 5 is already there. Write down the 7 over here. So hope everyone is understanding this part. We got the efficiency ratio by using that statement. And what else I know? A can complete the work in 15 days. So I know that if the A can complete the work in 15 days, that means the total work is efficiency into number of days. The total, that is 4 into 15, that is 60 units are the total number of work. Now, if the, and we can see that some people are leaving and joining kind of thing. So I know the total number of work is 60, and this is what their efficiency ratio. That is A 4 units per day, B 5 units per day, and C 7 units per day. Understanding? Okay. Now it says that A and C work together for 3 days. So if A and C together works, then 4 plus 7 is 11 units, and they work for 3 days. 11 into 3, 33 units. In the first 3 days, 33 units are over. And after that what happens? C leaves, then A and B together completes the remaining work. What is the remaining work? That is 60 units minus 33 units, that I noticed that 27 units. So take this 27 units. Hope you are understanding this small calculation. 60 minus 33, that's 27 units. Now who is working? That's A and B together are working for the remaining work. So this is remaining work, and A and B, that is 4 plus 5, 9 units per day. Then how many days it will take to complete this 27? So obviously it's 3 days. Now what is the question here? The question says A and B together will complete the remaining work in 3 days. My answer should be A. Anyone answer the question? Okay. So this is what my answer is A. And you can see that we are discussing the SSC CGL previous year question 2022. So yes friends, so this 1 hour class is over. So with this I will conclude my class with one request, and that is we have a SSC CGL recorded course for 2023. So if you are still looking for any training, coaching or guidance, so please visit the ACE online.com, and there when you go to the courses and you will find the SSC CGL course there. Please do subscribe, and this course is the recorded videos. And with this, tomorrow I will have a live class again at 10 a.m. live class. So I request everyone, all of you, to please come and join. And don't forget to like the video and also subscribe the channel. With this, I wish you all the best to all my young friends. Thank you very much.